Stay on time. So I am Felicia Buchanan with the Mishawaka Business Association, and today we're just going to be talking about navigating our business in 2025. It's been some short year so far, first quarter. Maybe people have been assessing their performance in the first quarter, and it could be good, but how things are looking for some people with tighter pockets. For small businesses, we might start feeling the impact before other people. So today we want to talk about how to navigate some of these challenges in 2025. Give you some strategies from national business blogs and associations, and share with you some of the information that we've been finding about how you can successfully navigate your businesses in these challenging times. So I want to always start with talking about the Mishawaka Business Association. The Mishawaka Business Association and Inspire Mishawaka sponsor the 1 Million Cups Mishawaka, but we're also an organization that helps give resources, ideas, and opportunities to small businesses that work in and around Mishawaka. So I want to give you, if you are not a member, an opportunity to consider joining the Mishawaka Business Association. Take a look at us at mishawakabusiness.org. We are a group of over 200 local and regional small businesses that offer opportunities, like I said, but also networking, learning opportunities, and also marketing to our businesses. Every person knows about 250 people, so just getting to know someone like in 1 Million Cups through authentic relationships helps you indirectly know another 250 people. So every person that you connect with expands your network. So in the MBA, we give you opportunity to do that, and also a plethora of other things. If you would like to learn more about the Mishawaka Business Association, I am always open to discussing with you about our opportunities. So my contact information will be at the end. Please feel free to contact me at any time, and I'll be happy to share with you how you can work with the Mishawaka Business Association to grow your business. So, like I said, in 2025 and maybe beyond, we may be experiencing some challenges as small business owners. I too have a small business, and whenever you're charging people and dollars are tight, you're going to have to be creative with making sure that your business continue to move forward, whether you have a small for-profit business or a nonprofit business. You still have to raise money and bring in income. So these will apply to any of those. But we're going to be talking about funding streams, overcoming obstacles, and not becoming a statistic. So we all know that up to 75% of small businesses are going to fail before their 5th year. And that can happen to any size business, a small or a large business, but it doesn't have to happen to you if you are a planner, if you are strategic, and you make sure that you're integrated in your community so that you can get support. So let's talk about some strategies that can help you address some of these problems. So number one, embracing technology and AI. In every business, if you haven't started dabbling with AI, now's the time to start to see how it can help you fill some of the gaps in your business. We have one of the strategies you can use AI for is to have a seamless customer experience across all of your channels, your website, your social media, your web store. If you have a physical store, use AI to have a consistent message to all of your customers across all of your platforms. Use AI to gain insight. If you have a question, ask it, how can I say this better? What is this saying the message that I am intending? I'm intending to say this. Do you have any suggestions for me to say it better? And if you don't have, the additional staff and leadership in your organization to give you that alternative perspective, you can use AI to help you do that with a knowledgeable and a lot of times dependable voice. So if you haven't anybody dabbled in AI yet, I definitely have started myself. I've learned that the paid version of ChatGPT is much better than the free version. But because it gets to know you as you continue to interact with it. So it could be, I think it's about $20 a month for the basic version. So if you have the funding to do that, consider what it can bring in for you. It may be a good investment. Diversified revenue streams. Now, Sonia kind of talked about that. And a lot of times I'll just give you suggestions from my own business. One of the things that I've started doing is taking any of my profit and finding ways to use that money to make more money. Is that an investment? Is that a money market account? Just while it's sitting there for me to figure out what to do, I'm looking for ways to not have any extra money that I have in my business just sit there. So look at outside of investment opportunities, and then be imaginative. One of the things that I've considered doing is using my business money to buy property, investment properties. So, a lot of times properties continue to go up. I know it's not going to go up forever. So, and if you don't know that business, definitely work with someone who does. But use your imagination and don't be afraid. And again, we have someone in this room who you can talk to about outside investments and using any extra cash that you have to start making your money make money for you.
Nice.
Again, access to capital. So what does that mean? Of course, loans is a bad word to a lot of people, right? A lot of people don't want to get into loans. But leveraging the credit score or your business growth could be a good opportunity for you to invest in your business as long as you have a plan to take that loan and to actually use it to make more money. So, people, if you get loans without a plan, it could be a problem. If you get money and spend it without using it to build upon, then a loan can be a problem. But if you have a strategic goal to use your loan and to make additional money, you shouldn't get money without saying, I know I'm gonna use it to get personnel. These people are going to increase my sales by this much, and then you can track it and manage it. But again, another way is grants. We talk about grants here every quarter. Excuse me. We do a grant review. Talk about a small business grant opportunity that you can apply for most of the time free of charge, or just maybe a nominal fee to the organization. But those are opportunities for you to push your business forward in a small way, pivot, or leverage some type of expansion. There are other financing opportunities, crowdfunding, where you may be seeing some of those on where people are using crowdfunding platforms on Facebook and other things like that. Those are funding opportunities. Venture capitalists, usually larger organizations, tech a lot right now. If you have a technology startup, a lot of times medical, things that have a potential of making a lot of money, venture capitalists are looking at. But a lot of times you also do need to give away part of your business, or they buy part of your business for the investment opportunity. But there are also other ways. A lot of times when people are starting, you may ask for investors from your family and friends. But those are ways, again, you don't get money into your organization without a plan. Because if you don't have a plan to use money to make money, then it's always a bad investment. So make sure you're using planning, strategic planning, and there are people in this room that can help you do that also. Focus on your local community. So as small and medium-sized businesses, our local relationships are going to be really important as dollars get tight. What is going to motivate people to support your business? What are gonna motivate them to continue to remain your customer and not go to another option? It's gonna be relationship. It's gonna be they know you, they work with you, and they don't want to go to the other person because they have a genuine connection with you. So if you have not taken the time to build relationships in your community, then now is the time to do that. Just like we say here at 1 Million Cups, we're not looking for networking, we're looking for authentic connections. Real things so that people call you, people know to come to you, not only for your product or services, but for your advice, for your opinion, and just to, commune out in the community. So genuine connections are important. So if you have not invested in making these connections, how do you start? You need to reach out, outreach, again, participating in things like this, email, social media, text, and marketing, and make sure you are active and visible in your community, because that's where real connections come about. We want you to stay informed. Use information. Information can be one of your greatest tools for success. When you stay informed, you're understanding your competition. What are the people in your community doing? Are they running into problems? That might be an opportunity for you to pick up new customers, build new connections so that they come to you. Are they doing well? What are they doing well? Are these any strategies that I can implement? Communicate customer success stories. If you don't know what to put on your social media or text or your website, tell people about how your customers who do have connection with you, how do they feel about your product or services? Put it out there. Ask if people can give you reviews or testimonials. Those really make a difference. Do you know your community leaders? Have you talked to them about your business or services? Make sure you make connections with them so that you're in the know when opportunities do arise. Join the MBA. We have an opportunity for you to connect again with over 200 local businesses. The MBA is a partnership with the City of Mishawaka and Inspire Mishawaka, so you could have access to leadership in the city just by being a member. And again, be present and active in your community. Make sure people see your face, know who you are, and know what you do. And that can definitely lead to growth and expansion for your business. Get and adapt to customer feedback. So if you don't do it regularly, you need to know what your customers feel about your product or service. And again, I say you could use that information on your website and text and social media, if it's good information, of course. If it's not, you need to know that too. How can you shift and cater your services to what best fits the needs of your customers? So I always say don't fall in love with your product or service, because what you think is best is not always best. Make sure you are filling the needs of your customers. You're not buying your own product. It's the people in your community who are buying your product or service. So make sure you know what they want and need, and you are delivering that. Again, ask for reviews. It's important on Google. I'm learning all this stuff. Again, it's people in this room that can help you do that if that's not something that you feel comfortable or feel confident in. Make sure you seek out help, and against people in this room that can help you, and work on building relationships with your customers and clients. So say for instance, someone did give you a bad review. That's not something to get angry about. That's an opportunity to reach out to them and start building a connection. What was the problem? How can I make this better? And then work on doing that. And now you could have a lifelong customer or client just by getting that feedback, and then work on building a relationship with no matter what their feedback was. Especially the good ones too. A lot of people always pay attention to the bad comments and then they want to reach out to them. But reach out to the people who gave you the good comments and reviews too. And make sure you solidify that relationship too. Be flexible. Again, the more information you collect, make sure you're able to pivot your product or services based on the information you receive. Don't fall in love with your product or service because you aren't the one making the purchases, it's your customer. So be willing to change what you're doing to support what they need. That's so important. And then go to trade shows, go to the business meetings, go to the expos. If you haven't invested in those things, make sure you do that so that you know they can give you vital information about trends, what's coming down the line, what are the new products and services outside of our region, our state, even our country that you may be in position to deliver here, and you might be the newest, best thing on the block if you have the information. So make sure you're going out and be in the know. And a lot of times at the trade shows and at the expos, those are things where you can find a lot of good information. Seek contracts. There are the airport, the city, the county, the state, all the time are looking for contracts for any number of things, from people who make coffee to people who clean up after events to people to train their leadership team. They are looking for contractors. So if you register with your state, the airport agency, the city, you may find yourself in position to actually bid on a contract, something that you are able and willing to do. So seek out those opportunities. Again, we're going to be talking about that more here, how to access and get yourself in position to bid on contracts, but make sure you're open to that opportunity. It sounds scary at first, but anybody can do it if you have a service or a product that an entity will need. And focus on long-term incremental growth. So if you have a strategic plan, excuse me, it could be out to 5 years. But how do you know if it's working? So you need to set incremental goals. Like I said, the first quarter is almost up for the year. How did you do? Look at your incremental goals maybe on a quarterly basis, so that if things aren't going well, you can make some adjustments before the year is up and you don't have a whole bad year. Just so maybe you might just have one bad quarter, you see what some of your issues are, you make some changes, set some new goals, and then check it again in the next quarter. So if you set goals and check them regularly, you can make sure that you don't spend a lot of time doing the wrong thing and losing money. Again, strategic planning is essential. We have coaches in this room that can help you with developing a strategic plan. It's going to be essential in this time that you do not waste a lot of time doing the wrong things when, like we said, so many businesses fail because they stay too long doing the wrong things. So if you see your dollars going down, your bank account not filling up, reach out, get a coach, get a mentor, and let them help you figure out how you can change the trajectory of your business. Check and update your planning and your goals often. Don't wait until it's too late. And refer back to your business plan. A lot of people create business plans maybe just to get a loan, or maybe just as your coach told you to, and you never look at it again. It can be a real living document that can help you see how you're progressing towards your long-term goals if you use it. So yes, do your business plan, but then check back with it often. Have you hit those goals? You in your financial planning, you made some financial projections. How they look? Are you way off? Do you need to make some changes on your product line or services? So make sure you're checking back with that to see, or I haven't even been doing this thing that I said I was going to do in my business plan in the first place. Why not? Do I need more staff? Do I need more mentoring? So look back at it. Your business plan probably sounded really good when you first did it, and in practice, maybe it didn't work and you need to change some things. So go back, visit it, make some adjustments, use your strategic planning process to really move your business forward. So some of the issues that I've seen on financial planning, basically they're saying that there could be inflation. So inflation means that your dollar, the customer's dollar, is not going to go as far as anybody wants it to. So what are some of the strategies to address it? Of course, you can increase your prices, right? Just pass the increases on to the customer. Or you can cut your expenses. Do you need to downsize? Do you need to look for places where you can get your products cheaper? Do you look to reduce your prices? Ouch, right? That hurts. But again, this helping to see what your competition's doing, what your peers are doing, that could be very helpful to identify strategies that work or don't work and help guide you to which of these two strategies might help for you. And then what you do also depends on your environment and your customer relationships. If you don't have good customer relationships, cutting your prices might be a good strategy to draw people into your organization. Might give them a lot of good incentive to leave what they're doing, especially if they don't have good relationships with your competition. So if you cut your prices, you may give them an opportunity to come visit you, experience your excellent customer service, experience your excellent products or services so that you can build a relationship with them. Yes, it will cut into the bottom line, but something in these instances may be better than nothing. Again, if you have a good plan on how to bring people over, make them long-term clients, and then move your business back towards sustainability, that's where these strategies really make sense and can be long-term successful. Some other opportunities are partnerships. So if you've never worked with another organization, using your creativity, this is an opportunity for you to create community-based partnerships that can move two or more organizations together. For instance, if I had a restaurant, I might want to work with a barbershop or a salon to come in and sell to their clients or their customers while they're captive in the chairs. They maybe missed a meal. I could come in and just start a new service line to feed people while they're sitting there. You know, even if I sold any kind of product, that may be great. If I had a nonprofit organization that needed to get new donors, it might be great to work with the school for a small project and collect information on parents and teachers and all that kind of stuff, and I have a whole new potential donor pool to market to. So you just need to get creative about where can I make a connection in the community that could potentially increase my outreach so that in long term it could increase my income. Expand a new project or something on a small scale that's maybe adjacent to what you're doing. So if you had I'm gonna go back to the restaurant model, if you had a restaurant and you know people weren't coming in, maybe you could do coffee too. Also offer coffee to different sites, you know, something similar to what we do here, little snacks and coffee, and go out in the community to offer that or sell that. You just need to look for opportunities that's not going to make you expand past what you do. It's similar, adjacent to what you already do, so that you can bring in additional income. Some people call it a side hustle, right? This is a time, if you have an idea for a side hustle and things are tight, this is the time to potentially put those in practice. So we need to master some of these things that have really been thorns in our sides, right? Time management. If you have an issue with time management and dollars and cents are getting tight, that's something you need to master. If you are committed to running your own business, you need to start mastering these things that are siphoning off your money on the top. So if you have a problem with time management, try getting a coach, try getting a mentor, attend a workshop or a conference, because you need to structure your time so it's getting maximum benefit. Prioritize your essential tasks to make sure that you are working on the things that's going to have the best return on your investment, and not on the things that you just checking off lists. You know, I run into this sometimes. I get things done, but was it the most important thing that I needed to get done to bring the money? So that's how a coach or a mentor can help you refocus your energy and efforts on the thing that's going to bring you your best return on investment. And that's very important when things get tight, because you don't have the time to waste on those other things, because it can really affect your bottom line. So make sure you're addressing everything that you can, even though you say, I might be doing good right now in 2025, but if things go the way that some people predict, you want to make sure that you don't just fall off because of something simple like, I'm just not prioritizing correctly. I'm not using my time correctly. That's an easily fixed thing with a little bit of support. So what type of people, for instance, are part of MBA? So we have coaches, we have marketing people who can help you with collecting data and with analyzing it for your best outcomes and results. We have community resources that can help you get loans through banks and other community organizations. We have people that can help you with planning and strategic operations that can help you get the best return on your investment. And we also have people that can help you with alternative funding. So if you are a member of MBA, I sincerely suggest that you go through and look at the member list. Go see what they offer and we talked about authentic connections, being present. Introduce yourself. Schedule that meeting and see if there is an area where you can have mutual benefit for each organization and both of you can grow together. And that's how the MBA and other organizations can work for you. This is time for you to be proactive, reaching out for the success of your business. Don't just sit here and attend and don't do anything about it. Be proactive, because this is how your business is going to be successful. No matter what the climate, the financial climate, you can make it through this. You don't have to be one of those businesses that fail, and we can help you here at the MBA. So here's a summary. Be aware, things are changing, and it's one of those times where it's just not going to be easy, but that's okay. You don't have to fail. Be prepared and don't get caught sitting on your hands. Adopt a growth strategy. That means that I am going to do the things necessary to make sure my business grows. If you don't know if those things are, again, we have coaches, we have mentors, we can help you. Be involved and present. Make sure you're attending events. Make sure people know you and know who you are, and you are building authentic relationships with these people. And then have a commitment to customer satisfaction. No matter what the feedback is, make sure you're collecting the feedback from your customers and clients, and you are committed to ensuring their satisfaction. Of course, we're not going to please everybody, but it should be the majority of your interactions are positive to the best of your ability. I just had a little statement here. A lot of people weren't prepared when COVID hit, right? And so many small businesses just went out of business, and people had to find something else, go back to work. And that happens, but it doesn't have to happen to you. Now that we know that things like this can happen quickly, happen out of the blue, be prepared. We're talking about diversifying your funding streams. We're talking about having authentic relationships, so when things happen, you can actually contact your customers. I know you're going through this. This is what we're going to do about it to help you, so that you can continue to support us. So being proactive, having a commitment to outreach and engagement, and being able to pivot, not being afraid of losing a few dollars or getting a loan or investment in the short term so that it can make you more money in the long term, will really help you grow your business and survive this time. So that is a presentation. I hope you guys picked up a few strategies and techniques that you can take away from today. Again, if you don't know everyone in this room, I encourage you to shake some hands, get some business cards, because there are resources right in here that can help you move your business forward. Again, if you have any questions about joining the MBA, want to be a part, my name is Felicia. That's my contact information. And you can always just start by going to MishawakaBusiness.org to find out more about the Mishawaka Business Association. And thank you. Guys, have any questions?